Today you hear a lot of conversation about leveling up, glowing up, and living your best life. But what does that all really mean? To me, my level up, my glow up, is directly rooted in my fitness and how I take care of my body. And I can say that for the very first time in my entire life, that I am comfortable in my own skin and that I 100% absolutely love my body. I cherish my body. I revere my body. And how that feels is something that I can't even fully explain. But I know that so many women struggle to have even just a taste of that. So today I want to discuss with you exactly how you can get there yourself. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Roxy here, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. So today I want to have a conversation with you about leveling up. And we hear so much about leveling up or glowing up in the media. We hear about it on social media. We read about it in magazines. And it feels to me like the topic of leveling up is so one-sided. A lot of times we look at it as the physical aspects of changing how you look and how you present yourself. But there's a deeper aspect of leveling up that has to occur in order for it to be authentic and in order for you to feel fulfilled in that process. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So this is going to be more of a vlog, like a personal video, because I want to bring some of my own account into this and just really connect with you about my experience in growing up and how I've done it for myself, how it's affected the way that I think, and some tips that I think that you can apply to your own game of glowing up and leveling up and really living your best life. I know that some of you have been following me for a very long time, and some of you are brand new to my channel. And if you are brand new, I invite you to come on by my site, to go to my actual channel page and scroll down that page, and you'll see a playlist called The Competitive Edge. And that's like a vlog, a personal vlog of when I first started competing. And literally the first workout when I decided I was going to step on that stage back in 2010. And how I was really striving to be this competitor. And those of you that have been following me for longer than that, you know that I was an IFBB pro. Some of you know that I'm a professional dancer or retired actress and all that stuff. And I've gone through phases and periods of my life where I always had to live my life in some sort of spotlight. I always had a scrutinizing eye on my life. And it kind of, at various points, left me very insecure, even though I projected this image of security of this woman who kind of has her, doing her thing, and she has a great personality and all that stuff. But I've never truly felt comfortable in my body, especially in my dancing years when I was just really focusing on ballet and focusing on modern and musical theater and all that stuff that I was doing at the time. I was so critical of myself. Nothing was ever perfect. I, had points where I starved myself and tried to be thin and like this little tiny little thing to fit into this mold that just wasn't me. And that plays a huge impact on your psyche, throughout your entire life. And I think that we as women can relate to that because society places so much of a pressure on us to look a certain way, to be a certain way. And you may or may not fit that mold, And so even when I was competing, that whole world is all about presenting yourself and being judged and striving for perfection. So it didn't make anything any better at all, especially when it came time for me to actually get on stage and prep. I was always in my head about everything, And I can say that my personal glow up had really to do with more than just the physical, because the physical aspect I already had from the years of working out, years of dancing, right? And some of you are working towards that, and that's a part of your process of glowing up and leveling up and getting better, getting your body right. Boom. Okay, great. But here's the thing. Leveling up truly actually happens in your mind. Leveling up truly happens in your heart and in your soul as well. Because if your mind isn't in a great place, if you at the very core of yourself isn't in a positive place, it does not matter how many times you change your look. It does not matter how much makeup you put on, what clothes you wear. Everything about who you are and the essence of you and your confidence comes from within. So one of the things I had to do for myself was to go back to the basics, really. I had to take a step back and actually, let me preface this by saying that there was a point where I was literally, honey, I was living in the gym. Okay. Like I was training clients. I was running my online business. I was working out all the time. Like I would wake up in the morning, I had natural hair at the time. I would just, wash and go. I wouldn't put on too much makeup, maybe a little mascara, little lip gloss, do my eyebrows, and throw on like some leggings and a sports bra and whatever, some sneakers, and call it a day. That was like my look. And I didn't put time and effort into myself. And, I felt like I was okay. I felt I looked okay. But when I look back at like myself then versus where I am now, not only did the outward physical appearance change, but like how I felt about myself in the process changed. And so I had to do deep work. I had to take a step back. And I had to look at my life and say to myself, hey, like, what is it that you want to achieve? Like, where is it that you want to be? Like, where do you see your life X amount of weeks from now, X amount of months from now, X amount of years from now? And to really write that down and to get super crystal clear on that. If you hear any weird noises coming from the back there's like some repair people working on our furnace in the building. So I hope that the banging doesn't get too loud, but I don't want to stop. And then not only had I had to take a step back and really ask myself those pertinent questions, I had to really get super crystal clear on, like where, not only like looking at what I wanted to become, but being that every single day in the process. Fitness has a really great impact on your glow up. Fitness has a really great impact on your level up, because it's in your workouts. It's in the consistency of taking care of yourself. It's in the act of showing up every single day for you. It's in the act of eating in a way to nourish your body, not just to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, or heck, even 5 pounds, but to eat in a way to live, to eat in a way to be healthier, to feel good, for your skin to look good, for your heart and your lungs to be good, for your body to function well. Glowing up and leveling up, it's all about that too. And you cannot miss that part of it. I think that for me, when I really started to get a grasp on the fact that, this is a lifestyle that I want to live for forever, and that I want to look good doing it at the same time, and looking at the things that I really needed to change in my habits, that's when everything really started to come together. And I started to get to a point where I stopped judging myself, and that was the biggest thing. Leveling up is not just about getting yourself in a place where you can go around and flaunt and floss on Instagram or whatever social media of choice you like, or trying to make so-and-so in your life jealous about seeing you as not worthy of their time and space, because some people use it for that too. Leveling up is about realizing your own self-worth. Leveling up is about embracing who you are at the core. Leveling up is about truly feeling good about you when you look in that mirror, no matter if you have on makeup or not, if you got on the clothes or you're buck naked, okay? To love that person that sees you that you see every single day staring back at you. And until you can do that, you have not fully leveled up. So how do you go about it? The first thing I'm going to say to you is to write down your goals. And I talk about goals so much on my channel because I know how setting goals is super duper important. I know it because I've seen it in my own life, and I've seen it in those of my clients, because we are really huge on setting goals. Every 8 weeks, actually, we set goals. And I want you to write down exactly what is on your heart right now. What do you desire? I did a video about desire setting. I'm going to put it in the little description, the I circle thing on YouTube, and in the description for the video as well, especially on my other channels, for you to go back where I talked about desire setting and how it's a deeper thing than just setting a goal. Because when you can get to the core of what you want for your life, for yourself, for your body, for your look, for everything, then you can go ahead and set the steps in motion to making those things come to fruition. I'm going to do a workshop on desire setting in the next month, in the month of October. And I want you to come on in and work with me on that. I'll talk about that a little bit later in another video. But the first thing I want you to do is ask yourself the question of, what do I desire for myself, for my life right now? Where do I see myself 3 months from today, 6 months from today, 12 months from today, 5 years from today? What am I working towards? What do I want for myself in this time period? And then once you are able to figure that out, then you can go back and say, okay, what are the things that I need to do on a consistent daily basis in order to make that my reality? So now what you're doing is you are actually living and you are breathing into your level up. You are experiencing it step by step along the way. And when you get to that end result, you get to that destination, guess what? It's going to be so easy for you to maintain your level up. It will be true. It will be authentic because you set the intention and then you put action behind it. Okay. And the reason why I say desire, because desire comes from the gut. It comes from the heart. It comes from the soul. So you have to truly listen to yourself and be honest about what it is that you want, how you want to be, how you want to feel on a day-to-day basis, and then stay accountable to making sure that you make that your reality. So that's step one. The next step in this process, like I said, that fitness is such a part of leveling up. Get in the gym and stay consistent with your workouts. You don't have to go to the gym every day. In fact, I never tell anyone, my clients don't work out every day unless they're in like the last couple of weeks going into a prep. And I'm talking about like the last like maybe 3 weeks or even 2 weeks. Okay. But getting to the gym 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week is great. Or not even just the gym, but just getting active and getting moving, taking classes, going out for a run, doing the things that actually inspire you. Because fitness should be about what makes you feel good as you get your body into shape, as you maintain your athleticism, your leanness, your strength. Doing the things that make you feel good and making sure you stay consistent to it on a weekly basis, one foot in front of the other. So imagine now you know exactly what it is that you want to do and the end result that you want. You're putting those steps into place. You're going to the gym, you're showing up. You start eating better. Of course, this is a part of that fitness equation. You start eating better, you start eating healthier, right? You start, stop looking at food as the enemy in this process. You change your mindset in a way to see food as your greatest ally in this game. And you start to have a more flexible diet approach to what you're doing. You're not so rigid about everything and trying to restrict everything around you and have no fun in this process, nor learn how to maintain that after you get it all done. So imagine you know what you want, you're setting it in motion, you're going to the gym, you're working out, you're eating the foods that you love, all while seeing your body change. How does that truly make you feel along the way? You start to feel empowered. That's how it's going to make you feel. You start to feel like, yeah, I finally got this. You start to feel like, you know what? I'm finally on the path and off of the yo-yo. And I feel great about myself. I look at myself and I can appreciate every curve, every line, every part of my body, even in the midst of changing. Because part of the level up process is actually in gratitude. Part of the level up process is being able to look at yourself and say, hey, you know what? I know that I have some work to do, but I can appreciate that I've come this far. And that's another thing that I really try to drive home with every single client I work with, every rock star. I ask them on a weekly basis on our group coaching calls, give me one thing that you're grateful for. Because we all have something that we can be grateful for. Acknowledging the fact that you're putting in that work every single day to show up. That is true leveling up. So leveling up is not just about putting on a new outfit. It's not about just clearing out your wardrobe and changing stuff up. It's not about changing your hair and your makeup. That's a part of it. And when you do it, why do you do it? Because it feels good, right? Right. But those things are fleeting. Because once the mask is off, once the clothes are off, once you get to that new improved you, there's no foundation behind it. It's an empty shell. We want to build that foundation so that way the level up is authentic and it's something that's going to last you for a lifetime until it's time to level up again. So for me in this process, that's what it took. It took looking at myself and seeing my flaws and being super duper honest with myself about them, writing them down, and eradicating them. It took putting together new habits, new mindsets. It took me really looking at what I want, where I am now, and where I want to be, and then putting the steps in action to become that every single day, even while in the process. So now as I sit here before you, you see it. And it's real. It's not affected. What you see with Roxy is what you get. And that's what I want you to have too. You can have it. Trust me on this. You really, truly can. And if you go about it in the way that I'm telling you to, I promise you, your level up will be real. Your glow up will be authentic. And you will actually enjoy this. You'll get off of the yo-yo cycles. You know, everybody in the fitness world is just telling you about that one thing. Like, I can spew to you about workouts all day and, how to go to the gym and work out. And this is how many squats you have to do. And this is how you get your butt round. And stop eating this food and all of this and drink the tummy tea. And I can do the song and a dance. But it's still not going to get you the results that you want because you're still searching. You haven't found it yet. That's why you're here. Right? And if you have found it, maybe I'm just inspiring you to stay on it, to just put the seed in your head that everything that you're doing is correct. So if there's one thing that I can say to you right now, it's to get authentic, to get real. Hold up the mirror, see what you have to change, and then go for it. Live in the moment of it. Appreciate where you are in the process. Show up and do the work because that is a part of it. Don't get me wrong. You do have to show up to the gym. You do have to eat right. That is a part of it. Let your fitness goals be the thing that ushers it all forward for you and that spreads into other areas of your life as well. Because when I decided to glow up, when I decided I was really going to level up, not only did I level up physically, but I leveled up mentally. I leveled up in my business. I leveled up in my personal life. And so many things became affected in a positive way. And I want that for you too. I hope that this was an enlightening conversation for you. I hope that this was inspiring for you. It's a little longer than I had anticipated it to be, but I felt like I really had to get all of that out. Now, if you are a woman who is watching this right now and you are at a point where you want to level up, where you want to glow up and you want to do it the right way, and you are smart enough to know that you can't do it alone anymore. Listen, so many of you are searching the internet right now, that's how you found me. You're trying to figure this out on your own. The smartest people who get help, the smartest people are the ones who ask for help. The people who see the best change, reach out. They know when they're at their limits. And that's why there are people like me who exist to help you to get there. So if you're at a point right now where you want to level up and you need somebody there to help you through the process, to ask you the right questions, to pull out the answers for you in a way that's easy for you to understand and apply to your life right now, who's there to help you to eat better and eat smarter and do it without starving yourself. And so that way you can have a social life again. If you're ready to get in the gym and really train in a way that's going to not only push your body intelligently, but also like keep you looking forward to your workouts and really getting motivated to do this stuff for real. If you are ready to make the investment in yourself, and I'm talking about the time, I'm talking about the effort, and yes, honey, I am talking about the money, because working with Roxy is not going to be cheap, but it's also not so expensive that it's out of reach. But you got to be ready to make that investment in you because you know you're worth it and you see the value. You see the value in what investing in yourself does and how it gets you the answers that you want quicker. You know, if you're ready to stop wasting time, I want to talk to you. All right. Come on over to my website, rockstarfitness.com/claritycall. Fill out an application and then you and I will get on the phone and talk to see if this will work for you. I do not accept everyone to work with me, but if this is the right match, then we'll go ahead and talk about the next steps. Now, here's the other thing. Starting last month, actually, I'm taking clients on only during specific months of the year. Every odd month of the year, for the first 2 weeks of that month, I'll be taking on new clients. So the next time I'm taking on new clients is for the month of November. And that's going to be November 1st through the 15th of the month. So if you want to work with me, I'm going to open up about 10 to 15 slots. I got some extra slots where I'm able to take on more people, actually. I've systemized my business a lot more to help more women because there's so many out there that need this help. I'll have 10 to 15 slots available for coaching, for private coaching with me. All right. And I got up to 3 different coaching levels that might work for you. So come on over. All right, set up that appointment now. Set up your call, fill out an application so that way when the 1st or the 15th rolls around, boom, you've got a spot. And I'm going to tell you those spots are going to go quickly. So let's get you in. rockstarfitness.com/claritycall. Fill out that application. 30 minutes of your time on the phone with me could mean a change in your entire life. If you're watching this right now and you have not subscribed to my channel, you need to go ahead and subscribe right now, honey, and click the bell notification so that way when I release new videos, you do not miss a thing, okay? Like this video as well. You don't have to work with me to like the video. Like the video so that way other women can find this and they can be inspired too, okay? And if you are on Instagram, you got to come and follow me on Instagram because I post all the time there. I post stuff that I don't share here. So make sure that you come on over to my Instagram. Here is the address right here for you, my handle, and come on over for a good follow for live videos and, you know, my stories and more. I want to hear your comments below. What are some ways that you've been able to level up? What are some ways that you've been able to really tap into yourself to make leveling up a deeper process than just the surface? Post them below and let's go ahead and discuss. I thank you so much for joining me and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.